remember flashbacks, cash apps, now we flipping shit, we could go back.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the NBA Recap. Yes, sir, back into the video, back into the episode, and today we're back again with more playoff action, man. A lot of good games went on yesterday. I'm kind of sad because the Nets lost, but it's okay because we're gonna come back. We're gonna finish strong. We're gonna talk to you. We're gonna say what do we want, say what we want. We're gonna come back even stronger. Now, there were some telling stuff in this. Obviously, the games that went on yesterday was the Knicks versus the Hawks, the Clippers versus the Mavericks, and the Celtics obviously versus the Nets. They were all game threes, and everything was pretty cool. Everything was pretty cool. I liked everyone. I liked seeing that Celtics stuff fight. I like to see how the Clippers finally bounced back, and I like to see how the Hawks are to continue to look like the better team. And what is on my head? Bloopers. Now, before we start, I want to talk about some stuff. Please, like my videos if you watch them because kind of want to get on the YouTube algorithm and I want people to know who I am and I want to get my voice out there. So please, if you see my video and you like it and share and subscribe. Appreciate it. I want to be at 50 subscribers by July. More would be great too, but I'm trying to be reasonable here. But without further ado, let's get into the video, man. Now, the first game of the day was the Knicks versus the Hawks, man. Once again, Julius Randle had a terrible night. But Tom Thibodeau decided to put Derrick Rose and Taj Gibson in the starting lineup. I do like the Derrick Rose putting in the starting lineup, but I don't really like Taj Gibson being put in the starting lineup. I think he should have kept it with Nerlens Noel, but at the same time, still good things. Once again, like I said, Julius Randle once again had a bad game. I'm starting to think the Knicks are kind of frauds. I'm starting to think they're frauds. I understand it's a regular season, and the MIP, I don't really care about the MIP because that's a regular season award. But at the same time, they're starting to look like frauds. The offense is just not flowing. Credit to the Hawks for actually locking down Julius Randle, DeAndre Hunter especially. Derrick Rose had a 30-piece. I can't believe the Knicks wasted a Derrick Rose 30-piece. Ridiculous to me. If Derrick Rose had 30, I probably should have won the game by at least 10, but you didn't. I guess the only bright spot for the Knicks is that Julius Randle has yet to have a good game. Nobody could really generate offense other than Derrick Rose. RJ Barrett once again had a bad game. IQ didn't really have that great of a game either. It was just definitely, but on the Hawks side, Trae Young once again had a great game. What's his name? Clint Capella finally came back with some defense, but he's been playing pretty great defense. And also the thing with that is that I'm starting to see more and more different things coming from different players all around the Hawks. DeAndre Hunter, even though he came back from injury, is playing great. Also, everyone's just contributing. Bogdanovich, we already know what he's bringing. And John Collins, who's yet to have a great game, is still giving you some points. They are a very dangerous team to, try to plot against, you know what I'm saying? Because, hey, I think the Knicks need to know that this is not going to be a quick one-off Knicks in 6 game. This has a potential to go to 7. Now, if Julius Randle can finally pick up his offensive, style, they might be able to win. But as of right now, he's been shooting absolutely terrible, and we don't know. They've been locking his ass down. But the next thing we want to talk about is the Celtics versus the Nets, and wow, Jason Tatum does it again, gives you a 50-piece chicken nugget. He decides to kind of take on the Nets by himself. Marcus Smart also had a great game. Drawing fouls, getting shots, hitting timely shots, aggravating the Nets. They were just battling. I just saw a lot of stuff coming from them. I did not expect Jason Tatum to drop 50. Mainly because they were just not switching, or they were switching a lot. Switching to Kyrie, like Kevin Durant tried to guard him. Even Kevin Durant was getting soft up by Jason Tatum. But it was just an interesting effort to see. Let me check the box score real quick because I know the Nets. I know James Harden went off. But yeah, I want to talk about James. I want to talk about James Harden and the Nets. I want to talk about that. Um, my thing with the my thing with the Nets is that if James Harden is leading the team in scoring, they're probably going to lose that game. Now let me explain why. Even though James Harden, we've lavished on how great of a playmaker he is, how great he has been officiating the offense, being the offensive plug, but he should not have to drop 41 points to try and win this game. Because mainly because James Harden is very ball dominant. Although he obviously okay, like I said, he's a great playmaker. He's elevated his playmaking, but if he's dropping 41 points, that means he's holding the ball a lot more. And Kevin Durant also had a nice game. He had 39. But at the same time, Kyrie Irving did not have the greatest game. He had 16. So like they had damn near 100 points by themselves, and they had like 90 plus. They damn near had 100 points by themselves. The role players didn't come to play. For the Nets, Kemba Walker, although he did not have a great game, had a lot of rebounds, playing really good defense. Crazy to say. Tristan Thompson had double double. Obviously, probably not going to happen again. But Tristan Thompson had double double. Robert Williams went out with an injury once again. Um, yeah, this was a stellar win for the Celtics. Like no cap, this was a stellar win for the Celtics. They finally got on the board. They're not going to get swept. I don't like I said. I'm still gonna pick the Brooklyn Nets because they just have way more talent and are just better. But at the same time, we're just gonna see how the Nets are adjusting this. Obviously, their defense did not really show that well, and I hope people now realize that Nicholas Claxton is not that great. Even though he does have potential, he's not that great. Um, yeah. The Jeff Green injury, I don't know if that really limited anything, but it is an injury. He's gonna be out for the rest of the first round. So yeah, it's something to tell and something to talk about and definitely something to um look for in the Nets. They're gonna have these games where their defense is just god awful. And which it was. Um I wanna talk about the Clippers with the Mavericks. The Clippers finally get on the board. The Mavericks still lead the series 2-1. Once again, I think I'm to the conclusion that the Clippers can just not stop Luka. I think they just given up on that. I think they're just giving up on that. Um, Luka once again had a great game. He had 44, 9 and 9. Let me check the box score real quick because I know he had a really good game. Yeah, it was like 44, 9 and 9. But I'm gonna talk about how they won this game. Yeah, the role players for the Mavericks did not really show up to the game. It was more of Maxi Kleba, Luca, Jalen Brunson once again had a great game, but I think he's a very underrated person. People should really put respect on Jalen Brunson's name. I said it before, I said it again. Um, yeah. So yeah, he had a good game. Tim Hardaway Jr. did not have the great game. I mean, he was still great from three. Like don't get twisted, he was 4-6 from three, but he ended the game 4-14. So not really a lot of pain points. The only spot I'll give on Luca is that man, that motherfucker cannot hit his free throws, man. Like it is bad how he cannot hit his free throws. He can hit a one-legged three, but can't hit a free throw. Ridiculous, man. Um, that's why I'm saying just like LeBron James with that athleticism, just like LeBron James. Um, I want to talk about the before I get to Porzingis. I want to talk about the Clippers. The Clippers. Well, I said this on Twitter. They had to play probably the most perfect game for them to win this game. That's how. That's how bad. That's how weird this series is for the Clippers. They had to play damn near a perfect game for them to win this game. Playoff P. Hey man, Playoff P. Welcome. I haven't seen you at all, so welcome to the party, man. I've not seen you in a lot, damn near 4 years. So welcome. Kawhi Leonard also had a great game. Paul George had 29, 7 and 4. Kawhi Leonard had 36, 8 and 3. The role players for the Clippers actually stepped up finally. Marcus Morris hit his threes. Reggie Jackson also hit his threes. Rondo played the entire fourth quarter. Finally, thank you, Ty Lue, for actually doing that. Pat Bev's ass went to the bench finally, and Terrence Mann also played great. He also had a nice game. Um, yeah. Reggie Jackson been officially put in the starting lineup, which is I guess that's cool, but Luka's gonna be hunting that too. I think okay, but I want to talk about Porzingis. I want to talk about Porzingis because was he god awful this game? Like he was absolutely bad. Like it was dangerous how bad he was. The man ended up with 9 points on like 3 of 10 shooting, 1 of 3 from three, and I believe he hit all his free throws, which is only 2. So yeah, we saw this before. We all thought at some point the Mavericks role players were not going to show up, and obviously this was that game. But man, Porzingis was the main catalyst of that. Jesus Christ, man, 9 points. The man is 7-3 for nothing, man. He's literally 7-3 for nothing. The Clippers went so small. The Clippers went so small at the end of this game, practically disrespecting Porzingis. The Clippers had Marcus Morris at the 5, while Kristaps Porzingis was on the floor as a 7-3 floor spacing center, and they ran small ball. Absolutely unacceptable, bro. There's no way that the Clippers should have ran small ball if there is a 7-3 floor spacing guy who can shoot from 36 feet guy on the floor. Absolutely not. Like that is ridiculous. That's ridiculous to me. But yeah, Porzingis, man, you need to step up, man. Like you need to step up. Like this is the amount of fadeaways that I've seen him do is ridiculous. I think he's the one guy. He's like the one guy that I've seen that will just not drive. Like he would just not drive. Other than Anthony Davis, sometimes that man would just not drive. Like he was not drive at all. It's so dangerous to me. Like once again, I still think the Mavs can. I still think the Mavs can win the series, but I'm definitely not going to count the Clippers because the Clippers are the Clippers, and they are, in my opinion, the better team. But like, man, Porzingis, man. If Porzingis had 15 points and Luka hit like 4 more free throws, they're winning this game by 20. They're winning this game by 20. Okay, maybe not say 20. They're winning this game by at least 10. At least 10. That was the key. Like that was the key. Man. All right. That was that for this video, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on post notifications down below so you know when I post. Please mind this. This is my bed right here, so like don't mind it. But yeah, that was that for this video, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, as always, we out. Peace.
Don't condone that. Say that you my brother, you a bitch. I say, yeah, 21, we taking off.